This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
Okay, so I was just informed that I cannot, for the third time in a row, ask you how you're feeling today.
Right. The last 2 weeks, you've asked me the same thing at the start of the podcast.
The biggest problem.
What?
Why is it that every week you have some kind of ailment that I need to check in on you?
Right. I'm fully ailment today.
Right.
So that
should be the biggest problem.
Well, okay. Tell the audience what your old 54-year-old man husband did yesterday.
I know.
Tell everybody what I did.
You have every right to get a physical check-in.
A gold medal?
Yes. Well, you got a silver. But you swam, what was it, 3 miles yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
5,000 meters, baby.
Swam all the way across to Donner Lake. Any locals know what that is?
Right. Ice cold mountain lake.
It was 74 degrees.
I know, but it was still supposed to be ice cold.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it, so either way.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But, so yeah, you have every right to be a little sore today.
And I got second in my age group.
I know. That is
I was actually
extremely
surprised.
impressive. Like, I feel like you're, like, getting older, but, like, doing better in swimming.
I'm getting fatter and better.
Right. Like, what's happening?
I'm not really doing. I mean, I'm placing better. I'm
Right.
not swimming faster.
But you're, well, I mean,
But I'm
most
outlasting my
people
age.
don't actually get faster the older they get.
Oh, that's right.
Right. So you're going to slow down, but you're, like, beating your age group.
Right. So I'm swimming, right? And those of you that don't know, when you do open water swimming, your head's buried in the water, obviously, and you kind of don't know where you're at.
Right.
And there's people around you splashing and bumping into you and doing
that's
all this.
annoying.
Yeah. And so I get right next to this guy. We're looking face to face,
that's weird.
inches between our face, and we're doing
You
Zach.
made out in the pool?
No,
in the water? In
no,
the lake? Just
no,
joking.
Practically. So,
Hope you didn't have COVID.
yeah.
Definitely swallowed his water.
I'm sure. Swap spit. Yeah, so our arms are going at the same time. We're looking at each other. And then so you have nothing to do. So I'm like, oh, he has a beard.
Oh,
okay.
he's got a beard.
And I'm like,
How old do you think he is?
I'm like, I wonder if he's in my age group. I'm
Right.
looking. I don't really see any gray in his beard. So
Oh,
no.
you're like, huh?
I'm like, you know what? He must be 35. I'll just let him go ahead of me.
You were younger.
Why do I
Go
want to
ahead.
race him? He's not
No,
even in my
no,
age
he's
group.
20 years younger than
I ended up
you.
beating him, though, by the way.
Oh,
Barely.
nice.
I barely
Hey.
beat him.
Just think how much you
Yeah.
would have beat him if you didn't casually stroll out of that water.
Well, no one passed me in the finish.
I'm just kidding.
You weren't even at the finish.
I know. That's a whole other story.
I got to the finish, and I just stood up and
Like, where's, like, looking for me?
my time
Because
was
I'm
an-
always there.
My time was 1 hour and 5 minutes, so I stood up and I'm like, I didn't really care, and I would have got 1 hour and 4 minutes and something if I would have ran to the finish.
Right.
But I was like, fuck it, I'm just walking to the finish.
That's all right. I mean, you're late. I did notice every single person that came out of the water was like, their legs didn't work. Like, they were like, what's land? It's
Yeah.
like the Little Mermaid when she
you
gets
swim,
her legs.
water gets in your inner ear kind of easy. You,
Well, I think
you
it's
lose
'cause
your
you're
equilibrium.
not used to, like, walking for an hour.
Right. And then this whole time when I was swimming, there was this lady who was pretty fast, and you recognize the ladies and they stick out because you see their swimsuits.
That makes sense,
And
yeah.
a lot of them have colorful swimsuits
Right.
or blue or whatever different color, red or whatever. And so this lady was right with me. I was swimming and she kept filing in behind me. She kept touching my feet though,
That'd
which
be irritating.
You know what? It doesn't bother me for some
that's
reason.
nice.
She touched
How
my
come
feet like 10
if
times.
I touch your foot in bed, you, like, move it. You're like, get away from me.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so you're like this rando lady touching your foot.
I should be like, dumb bitch, stop it. You know?
Right.
But I don't. A lot of people really hate
You
touching
just
feet.
say that to me
But
in
I was
bed.
like, oh, she's just filing in behind me. She needs some drag. I get it. She's a lady, you know. And so I kept
She's a
seeing.
lady.
Then she would come, beside me, and then she would go filing behind me. Then she'd come. I think every time she came to the side of me, I was slowing up. And then when I saw her again, I would speed up because I saw her after the race. Hey, that was me the whole way. That was you. I know your
playing
suit.
footsie with.
She's like, yeah, you kept slowing down and speeding up. I said, well, yeah, when I got comfortable, I probably slowed down.
Didn't you also say you were, like, on the verge of a toe cramp constantly?
Yeah, my toe that I busted, it about halfway through, it felt like it was going to keep cramping up. And I'm like, oh, my God, if it cramps up
fall
bad.
off.
If it cramps up bad, I'm going to have to, like, stop or something. Or,
Right, you're gonna get saved.
At least twist it or
Daddy's gonna have
something.
to save you in a canoe.
Yeah, I know.
Not a canoe, a kayak.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I kept going and made it through
it.
the whole thing. But it's a grueling.
I don't know how you do it.
There's not much fun about it.
I literally can't do anything for 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Right.
Anything.
Right. It feels like 4 hours and 5 minutes. It doesn't feel like it feels so long. It feels like you're never going to get there.
I couldn't do it.
And then after the first 20, 30 minutes, I'm like, has it been 20 minutes, 30 minutes? A lot of people wear watches.
Yeah.
I don't wear a watch because I'd rather not know. I just kind of want to guess
apparently
and
my
see,
phone's
and see what happens,
Right.
Another thing is that was pretty good was Tanner swam it with me.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That was his first open water swim.
Yes.
And he doesn't train,
I
on
know,
a regular
which
basis.
is impressive.
And he could even do it. Yeah. So he was pretty happy. He had a big smile on his face coming out of the water.
That's an accomplishment, man.
But it had to hurt him.
Oh, well, it's hurting you, and you trained 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah, I know. And so it had to hurt. But anyway, will I do it next year? We'll see. Probably.
I had my own set of trials and tribulations.
Why?
At that event.
Well, you weren't there at the finish, which is disappointing.
I know. So
why wouldn't you be there? Don't get a fucking bagel. Who cares?
I know. Well, so I had said, like, I'm going to go get you guys a bagel. It'll be back. Because I did it last time, and it worked out perfect. So I go to Truckee Bagel and Truckee. Guess what? It's closed.
Well, because Kylie drops me off, watches the start, then usually goes and gets a bagel and coffee or whatever, and then
moves
comes back.
the car to the other
finish
end.
is not, you can't really see anything out there in the middle of the lake.
No, you
so
can't.
the finish is roughly an hour away.
So yeah, so last time I did it, and I had plenty of time, and I was fine, except for Truckee Bagel was closed. They closed. They're done. So I was like, damn it. So I'm like, okay, well, there's this other place. I'll stop here because I told them I was getting it. I didn't know there was going to be food for you guys either. So I didn't want you guys to die. So I go to this other coffee shop, which is not.
By the way, at the finish, there's tons of food. So.
Right. Now I know.
Okay.
So yeah, waiting at this coffee shop, which it was good, but I'm waiting. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got like 20 minutes. I got to park still, walk in. Finally get there. I said, fuck it. I made up my own parking spot, which is very unlike me.
Right. That's good.
I know it was a great spot too. So there's a line to get into the beach because you have to pay.
Right.
So there's a fucking line. I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like walking fast, get in line. This older woman literally cuts me off because she was talking to someone random. I was like,
obviously swimmers are getting out of the water.
Yeah,
so I
heard them say Sarah Beth's name. So I'm like, fuck, Sarah Beth's out.
Yeah.
Eric's got to be like out or right behind her.
Right.
So the lady's like, oh, you don't mind if I cut in front of you,
By the way,
right?
Sarah Beth's like 5'1" and kicks my ass.
Oh my God, I know. And I'm like, and I didn't say anything. I just made a look. She knew I was irritated. And she's like, well, it's not like we're in a hurry anyways. And I wanted to just be like, yeah, we are. Because I'm pretty sure my husband's walking out of the water as we speak. I don't know what douchebag you're with, but he's still in the middle of the lake. But I just didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh my God. So we finally, we're getting through this line. She literally.
You don't want to tell her you're with the cream of the crop.
Right.
I mean, he may have a little belly on him, but he's getting out early.
And so on top of it, I'm pretty sure she farted.
Farted?
In my face. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? On top of that, you cut in front of me.
She crop dusted you in line?
Yes.
And you let her in front of you?
So I was just like, I
beat her ass.
I know. I cannot handle this woman.
And that was why you were late.
So I therefore did not get to see you coming out of the water.
I did eat my bagel with ham and cheese on the way home.
Right.
I didn't even eat it there. You know what's funny thing when you finish a race like that, you obviously burn it a lot, and you're like pretty gassed when you get out of there.
Well, yeah.
And they have beer at the thing. So I drank one Coors Light. It was ice cold. It tastes so good.
That's a good thing to drink after a big event like
that. It tastes really refreshing, actually.
Well, no, because it's like carbs and sugar and Coors Light's like water.
Yeah.
But so it's like everything your body depleted and craves.
Yeah. But it's funny, you just drink one. And you feel a little lightheaded. It feels real good. And you're like, okay, I'm done.
Probably.
Yeah. But I don't know how many beers some people drink, but man, you goes right when you drink a beer after, just like if you ran, a marathon. Or 10K or something like that. The whole time when I was swimming too, I'm thinking, we're swimming in this beautiful lake. I watched the men's and women's open water swimming the day before in the Olympics.
Did.
And they're racing 10K, which is 7 miles roughly. I went 3 miles, and then they're in this sledge of water, and I'm like, and I'm thinking, well, if they can do it, I can do it.
That's
and
a valid point.
And I'm like, not really. They're Olympians.
That's all they train for.
I'm a 50-year-old guy. These are 20-year-old people.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do now that the Olympics are over?
Oh, nothing. Probably kill myself.
I mean, because literally, Friday, I went to work, went to the gym, took the dog to the vet, and you watched open water swimming.
Right. The whole thing. It's 2 hours. The race.
Each men's and women's.
I know, and I could have fast forwarded.
Right.
But I was so
fine.
I was so fascinated.
What are you going
to
do with your life?
Maybe because I knew I was doing it the next day or two, so I just didn't fast forward because I'm watching on Peacock. I can fast forward through it.
Correct. But I mean, yeah. Maybe you're going to get so much accomplished next week.
I am. I actually, because I haven't done so much in the last few weeks, I have a whole list of things I'm getting accomplished by the end of August, and I'm going to start a new chapter of my life.
What does that mean?
I got things I got to do.
Oh, okay.
I got things
new chapter of my life.
Yeah, I got things. Auditions have been slow. The acting thing has just been a little depressing and stuff like that.
I wonder why. The Olympics. Maybe it's all the Olympics.
My agent told me it's not so much the Olympics. It's the political.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
not making as many commercials because the political ads are taking them.
So they're like, why am I going to waste my money when they're just going to?
Yeah, they're not making new like Smucker's jelly commercial because they're going to play 30.
Right. Oh, 30, I don't blame them then. Interesting.
Yeah, so they don't do it until the November.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean that just sucks for all the.
They said every 4 years, every election year is bad, and I'm sure the Olympics didn't help.
Well, that's good to know that it's not just like you. Like they're like, oh, we don't like that guy's.
There was one commercial at the Olympics though.
What?
With the one with Shakira or whatever. Okay.
Shakiri
with the Gemini.
Oh my God, it's the Google. I know. We constantly hear it
Allow
on like.
me to reintroduce myself.
And it's on like Hulu. It's on Peacock. Okay. It's everywhere. So all you're doing is walking around singing that.
Every time
you sing
that
it to
commercial
Nora all
comes
the time.
on, I sing that song.
Every time.
As much as this, is her name Shakira?
Shakari.
As much as, I think she's a little weird and everything, I like her in that commercial. Okay, all right, whatever she says.
Right.
When she's looking at the phone. I could listen to that, watch that all day. I love that commercial.
Do.
I do. And they keep repeating the commercials. Yeah. But that's the one I like the most. Whoever did that Google commercial is good. Gemini. And I remember what it is. What's that dog doing?
That's what I was listening.
I hear something.
Keep chatting for a moment about Olympic commercials.
In their background. But, so we watched a lot of the track this week. The crazy thing about the track, and I'll fill Keek in when she gets back, she's doing the dog, is, she's yelling at the dog. What? We don't know what she did. I can't pause the recorder, so I'm just going to keep talking. Why are the track girls so much better looking than... Are you fucking kidding me? She's never done that. How did it get so dirty? A remote control. She ate the shit out of it. I don't even understand how that happened. A brand new remote control from DirecTV we just got. That's insane. This dog's a counter surfer. Anyway, back to the Olympics and back to where we were. The track girls are so much better looking than all the other girls in the Olympics. I don't know why. I mean, does people agree with me? They got that Sydney girl, all the pole vaulters, the long jumpers, the all the track girls, but yeah, I guess they got great bodies, but still they're good looking. They're all like some of them like model looking like that, and they definitely get the most press. Maybe that's why, because they just keep showing NBC and they highlight. It's weird that they highlight all the really good looking girls. What's her name? Hall, and she got 5th place. She didn't even get a medal, but they still have so many commercials with her in there and stuff like that. But I guess it entices you to watch more or whatnot. But the best race that Kylie and I love watching was that 400 women's hurdles. Her name is Sydney something. Nice looking girl, but she kicks ass. She blows away the field. I guess she got a world record too. So that was great. But the race that I loved the best was not even a women's race with the good looking girls. It was the men's 1500 meter with that guy from Norway who eventually went on and won a gold medal in the 10,000, but he was in the 1500. And he had this battle with this guy Kerr with a beard, and that guy was from Great Britain. They had this battle going on, and so it was like a shit talking rivalry, and they didn't
rivalry.
Oh, there you're back. That's why has it got black all over it?
Because the batteries that were with it, apparently when you puncture them, black oozes out.
That's battery acid, by the way.
Yeah, so that's all over our carpet also.
Where's she at? Did you lock her in a room or something?
No.
That's ridiculous. Was that out of the package, the brand new remote?
Yep.
What? I don't get this. We're getting rid of the dog after this podcast. I can't take it.
Well, that battery acid might have gotten rid of her.
We bored our audience with me just talking about the good-looking track girls, and I'm talking about the men's 1500 now.
Oh, that was amazing.
Where this guy, Hawker, his name was?
Hooker.
Hawker, I think it's not
No,
Hooker.
it was H. Oh, okay.
No, it's not Hooker. It's Hawker.
Are you sure about that?
Google it, because I guarantee you it's not Hooker. It's Hawker, because I kept saying hacker.
No, I think it's Hooker.
But anyway, these guys are shit talking. This guy Hawker comes and blows the field away and wins the gold at the end of the whole thing. And these guys, shit talker.
Isn't that one guy that was like the talking shit didn't even medal?
He got 4th, but later he won the 10,000. So
okay.
So he got first in one too. I was telling the audience about all the good looking track girls.
Oh my God, they are.
The pole vaulters. The high jumpers. The high jumpers are
not
nice
even just America. Like there's a couple, like Netherlands is an attractive team as well.
Yeah, Netherlands, a lot of good looking girls in the Netherlands. I'll tell you that. But who's the girl that real good? Oh, Gabby Thomas.
Oh yeah,
She's like a model, and
She
she knows
is.
it too. She's in all the commercials and stuff like that.
Hawker.
But I said Hawker.
Oh,
You
damn
said
it.
hooker.
Damn it.
I kept saying you remind me of
Sorry.
Hacker.
Yeah.
We know
Now
this,
I get it why.
this guy that used to work for me. His name was Alex Hacker.
Right.
Blip
Now I
that
get
out
it.
if you don't want to. And I was calling him Hacker, and he kind of looks like Hacker, but his name's Hawker.
I gotta check out the dog one more time.
Are you kidding me? God damn it! I'm not pausing it. We're keep going. We keep going here. It's the worst podcast we've ever done, I think. One of the things also keep going at the Olympics was the USA men's basketball. All the NBA stars were playing France, and Steph Curry is unbelievable. That guy was just throwing up anything, and it was going in. I mean, and I think this is probably one of the highlights of his career. And these guys are just playing for basically free, but to get a gold medal. But that was so impressive with the 3-pointers. He got at the end of the game, he got 4 3-pointers in a row, and they ended up getting the gold medal, of course, over France. But in a way, I was kind of rooting a little bit for France because
Why?
I was rooting because France was making a gallant effort to beat these guys who were guaranteed basically to win, but they had to work for it. They had to try, and I think the men's U.S. basketball is changing, where it's going to be more competitive as the NBA gets more foreign players.
Which is a lot. Yeah.
Which everybody on the floor is NBA people.
Right.
All
that's what was
all the
kind of
foreign countries too.
interesting.
So the foreign countries are getting better also. What was she getting into now?
I think she's trying to, I don't know. I think she's eating the back of the remote
She's
that
like,
I didn't find.
I can't believe I just ordered that remote too.
Thank you for the Olympic recap, Mike Tirico.
In a horrible way. I was trying my
Thank
best.
you, audience, for bearing with
Mike
us.
Tirico doesn't talk about how good looking the track girls are.
No,
That's all I kept
he would like to.
Yeah. Who do you think the best looking track girl is?
Ooh, maybe Gabby Thompson.
Well, Gabby Thomas, I believe,
Excuse me.
I'm more fascinated.
Ooh, by who?
Anna Hall.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Is she black, white? I don't even
I
know.
think
Half and half.
I think she's half. I think her mom might be white.
And she kind of has blondish hair, but it's always pulled back, and she just has this good stride.
Yeah.
She has this attitude.
That
She's
long
pretty sexy.
jumper
Yeah.
is pretty attractive as well.
She's from Sweden.
No. The USA one.
Oh, the USA one. Yeah.
It's married to the Paralympic tracks.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about the high jumper.
I was talking about the long jump.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a cute thing when she won. I liked that.
Yeah.
How she
Oh yeah, jumped up and
she
grabbed
went and
her.
grabbed
Yeah.
her husband, and he was like so supportive and cute.
That was cute. I did like that. But and then the women's 4x400 was
Oh my God,
friggin'
that was
amazing.
phenomenal.
I never seen it blasting everybody away like that.
Oh
That
my God,
was-
they blew him away. It was amazing.
That was good.
It
But
was a good team.
if you had to pick your very best race event, whatever, what would you pick?
Oh boy. I do like that one chick with the hurdles. I can't think of her name.
Sydney, whatever.
Yeah.
She got the world record.
Yeah.
But that was the
She's
best-
pretty amazing to watch.
My favorite
that
was
event.
definitely the men's 1500
Oh,
with the
yeah, that
close,
wasn't my
when
favorite.
the guy from
Yeah.
behind, just comes
I think
back
watching
and,
her was pretty amazing.
and does it. I like me personally. I know I enjoy watching the longer distances more.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
don't. The sprinting is so fast. I don't really enjoy it, but
Oh,
I get
do.
most butterflies for that. And
Right.
then I was a little bummed. St. Pierre didn't.
I was
medal.
real sad about St. Pierre because
Yeah.
first I don't know shit about running, but for some reason I got like stuck on her during the trials.
Well, she had a baby 16 months ago or
Right,
18
and
months
I just,
ago.
like, dug
And
her.
How do you come back and make Olympic trials
I have
after
no
having a
fucking
baby
idea.
and everything
I
else?
can't I had a hard time going to the gym after getting a puppy.
Right.
Right. So
And this lady's got a body that's just perfect shape.
She had a
and just-
baby
yeah,
and she's running
yeah.
1,500 meters.
And a couple of these track girls had like 6-year-old, 7-year-old
know.
kids,
I'm
and
like,
they still look like that and
I
train
got no
like that. and-
excuses.
yeah,
I know.
you should be a track star.
I
You better I want you to the gym 6 hours a day.
got to quit my job
Nope.
then.
These girls have jobs. These girls have
They also
babies,
have
and they
some
still get to the gym.
sponsorships. They're going to sponsor me, so
Yeah.
they might not have a job.
I'm sponsoring you.
Bullshit.
Juicy Tits Vodka. No, they showed a lot of girls do have jobs, and in fact, Flava Flav.
Oh yeah.
You know Flava Flav?
Yes.
The guy with all the clocks, kind of
Yes.
weird guy. He's real obsessed with the Olympic water polo.
Yes.
But he had heard this girl that throws the discus for America. She had to leave her job, so you could make it to the Olympics and everything.
Right.
For weeks, to leave a couple weeks, you got to leave your job, and she couldn't make her rent. So he paid her rent.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, these people, and one of the swimmers, Nick Fink, the breaststroker.
Oh, yeah.
He's an engineer, so his schedule, he goes to work. He goes
I
to
heard that. Yeah, because of the time
he goes
difference.
to work, he goes to weights, he goes to...
Oh, at home, you mean?
No, at home, his schedule. And then he has a wife and kid.
Yeah, he goes, well, because he works from home, so yeah, he could work from like 6 to 9, and then he goes to the pool, and then he works some like 2 more hours, and then he goes to the gym, and then works a couple more. Yeah.
And then he goes the next day, I do
Which
it
is
all
impressive.
over. Do it all over again, you know. And they have like a date night once a week.
The difference between that is he has a supportive spouse. Would you support me through my training? Probably not.
I need you to support me.
Right.
I'm too busy.
You'd have to like give up some of your time and like make meals.
After yesterday, I am proven to be the athlete.
You're the better athlete.
Right. I am the better athlete.
I mean, I don't know if you're the better athlete,
I don't know if
but you're the more in shape athlete.
I basically am the better athlete because I compete.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
Go to practice every day. So
I think at my age, I don't think there's anything I can start competing at besides like swimming. I don't really want to do swimming.
Well, you could do running like 10. If you have 10K, like Tanner.
No,
Tanner and Allie are doing a 8K.
I don't do a distance.
I don't think they have track sprint running for
masters.
masters.
Yeah, that's what
they might. I
need a sprint.
Yeah. Why don't you start swimming?
100K.
50 free or something.
I don't know how to breathe.
Yeah. If you never swam, it'd be nearly impossible. You'd see. You'd probably die.
I could do it.
I don't know.
I feel like this dog is getting into more fucking remotes.
I think she's going to grab the other remotes. Go out and get her.
Go talk about Olympics
break.
more. Just joking. Don't.
I got one weird thing to say about the Olympics, and you can listen to this as you're leaving. Snoop Dogg, they paid him $500,000 a day for the Olympics. So he's there for 2 weeks. I guess he makes $6 million. But for having fun. He just goes to every. I'm assuming he's having fun. It looks like he's having fun. He goes to every event, and everybody's having a ball with him. But what a gig! You get put up probably in first class accommodations all through there. You go to every hot event there is, sit with all the celebrities and all the families, and do that. But also they're pimping him out because I guess he's going to be on The Voice and all that kind of stuff. So him and Flava Flav's there. Tom Cruise is there. I guess Tom Cruise is doing something in the closing ceremonies. I don't know exactly what, but he's like, I heard he's like skydiving into the closing ceremonies. Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah. Well, apparently I did a little research on this.
Oh, you did? Time out. What was the dog doing?
Trying to get on the counter.
I swear to God,
I
what's
put her in
the
her
deal?
crate.
Oh, good.
I did hear there was some pre-filmed stuff. Tricks and things.
Well, yeah, they probably got to they're cutting to film and then doing something live and cutting to film. Okay,
right.
That's gonna be good.
But something, dramatic with Mission Impossible.
I definitely think Mission Impossible-ish. I've never seen any Mission
Impossible. I know, it's so weird. They're really good.
I don't know if I like those kind of movies or whatever. I don't really care about them. I just don't really care about Tom Cruise in that kind of a movie.
Like a mind fuck to him.
Yeah, never seen them.
So it's like a puzzle that you have to like put together. And
you know me, I'll probably never watch them.
I know, but they're pretty good. I haven't seen the recent ones. The old ones are pretty good.
I'm more of a movie like we're going to see a movie tonight. What's it called?
It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us is with Blake Lively, who's real pretty.
Yes.
And Kylie.
Love her.
Yeah. If that was if you would dike out, that'd be your one girl to dike out with.
Yes.
Munchbox on Blake Lively.
Okay. I don't think about it like that.
Would you just make out with her?
Oh, I would make out with her, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you do other things?
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. Your face lit up. I don't know. You look like you got excited.
She would be like my female celebrity crush.
Oh, female celebrity crush. Do I have a male celebrity crush?
Do you?
I don't know. Who would it be? It's definitely not Tom Cruise. If I had a male celebrity crush.
Who would your male be?
I have to think about this. A male celebrity crush.
Yeah. When have you ever been like, oh, that's an attractive man?
It used to be a long time ago. I always thought that about John Bon Jovi.
So yeah, would you suck off John Bon Jovi?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you say that because you put it on me, and I was all,
I'd actually be more to do that than make out with him.
Ew, what, really?
Yeah, because I don't want to make out. I don't like lips.
But you want a
mustaches.
dick in your mouth?
I don't want that either. But
I don't want that either.
I mean, I don't want that either, but I'm just saying, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the dick. Don't quote me on it.
Huh.
Now that I put it on the podcast,
right,
great.
I'm all, huh. Okay.
But no, and it's not Bon Jovi anymore. But I don't know if I never really. But I'm just saying, if there's like
Glenn Powell.
No.
Oh,
if there's a movie that some guy is in, I gotta see that. That's gonna be good.
Matthew McConaughey. Is that too creepy? Twins like brothers?
No, I don't. He probably smells.
Okay. Brad Pitt does.
I know it'd be more of Brad Pitt that I enjoy. Like
He does literally smell.
Yeah.
It's been proven.
Like I enjoy watching Brad Pitt in a movie, so I guess that would be Brad Pitt.
Okay.
But usually if Brad Pitt makes a movie, I will go see it.
Okay.
I would go see. I don't have like the man crush thing, I would think, but Leonardo DiCaprio, I always like going to see a movie that he's in.
Well, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's just a good actor, you know. So
okay.
Yeah, maybe Jack Nicholson.
Oof, okay.
I don't care if he's an old man.
Okay. Well, don't have to worry about putting a dick in your mouth because I'm pretty sure it doesn't get hard.
Right, I'm sure not. I never said nothing about a dick in my mouth.
You talked about munching a box to me, so I'm just turning the tables.
I know, but that's more normal.
No, it's not.
Kind of. To the fans out there,
equal.
there's more. To the fans out there, I believe it's more normal.
I think that you made that all up. Anywho, we're going to see a rom-com. Well, it's not really a comedy. It's not comedy.
I don't know what it's.
It's
a love
not
story.
a comedy at all.
It's a love.
There's some dramatic.
It's a love story, but it's
dramatic.
Suspenseful.
It's dramatic.
Yeah, we're gonna go see it.
It's not really suspense.
Yeah, I like movies. I like movies like
book,
that.
So
There's
I know
a bunch of
coming.
nice looking people in there. The guy's good looking. She's good looking. So, yeah, he's.
So you're just excited for the good looking people,
right? I don't really want to go to a movie full of Ugg-boats.
Wow.
Now, you know what movie I'd really watch, and this happened in the Olympics.
What?
And the best thing that ever happened in the Olympics was that France pole vaulter hit his wiener on the bar.
Oh my God. Which the funniest part about all of this is I like 2 or 3 days after it happened, I'm like, hey, did you see where the French pole vaulter got disqualified? Well, he didn't get disqualified, but that was the rumor.
Hit the pole down.
Got disqualified because his junk hit the pole. And you're like, what? Look up the video. Yep. That junk just
I said no. I thought you were talking. I think you were talking about the diver.
No,
they said
I'm
he had
like,
a big
no.
bulge or whatever. But
the
it was
French bulge.
The best thing is we watched the pole vaulting and they showed it in slow motion.
Oh.
He goes up and over the pole vault and his wiener package,
Balls, whole sack.
everything.
Snags.
Everything goes over perfectly. And on the way down,
he hit his shins on it first.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
On the way down, the bar gets caught up right under like his nutsack and wiener, and it goes boing, boing, boing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and you see the whole thing go wham, and then the bar falls, and
that'd probably hurt, right?
yeah.
But
See, I
that
would
was
have no
great.
problem. I tucked that sucker in. Mine would be like all that pressure. It'd be a little.
Oh yeah, you would even see your. You'd be
over.
like a Ken doll out there with those tight little
I should be a
spandex
pole. I should
on.
be a pole vaulter.
He got offered like $250 to like make a porn or something after that.
250,000.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Just for pole vault.
Right, because they're like, we assume you have a large package. Not sure.
Can we have you pole vault naked?
Right. I mean, he could make a killing.
On like what's that? OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Do they do OnlyFans for guys too, or guys?
I would think so.
I guess so because
I'm not sure. I've never
if you're
been
gay,
on there.
then you go.
You like
to
a guy, not a
OnlyFans.
girl.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
I don't know. Besides this guy pole vault hitting his wiener on the bar,
Yes.
the other thing that most amazes me about the Olympics is something that's not to do with running or anything.
What?
It's Noah Lyles. Before he started his race, he jumps in the
shit.
air, and he literally his vertical.
Was his
He was 6 foot.
Yeah.
It was 6 foot tall.
Oh yeah, he was over the runners' heads.
His bottom of
it
his
was
feet.
insane.
I've never seen somebody jump that high.
Neither have
We
I.
actually rewinded it because I go, look
Yes.
at his feet were at the top of the other guy's heads.
The best part of that evening was that I say, "Can you even like jump onto this bench, honey?" And you're like, "Yeah," and you did, and you hurt yourself.
I felt my bursa sack, yeah.
And it was about 2 feet off the ground.
It was about 16 inches off the ground. And this Noah Lyles, I mean, to get himself like jacked, he jumps vertically in the air. And
that was insane.
If you go out there, just you probably just put Noah Lyles jumping before a race.
It was the one that he won the gold for, that race.
Yeah, the 100 meters. And I got to hand it to him though. He got COVID and he ran.
And he still
I would have
ran.
ran the other race too. You can
I would have
just
too.
deal with it. You might win, you might not.
Well, because I mean, COVID is essentially
4 years.
the flu. Yeah, you worked your ass off for 4 years in this. You made this event. You still got bronze though, which is awesome. I mean, he was like couldn't breathe after, but it's fine.
He was dying, yeah, that's for sure. But
what also I found interesting, I made you rewind it because you didn't catch it. We were watching diving, women's diving.
And what happened?
And the Chinese girl dove and went in the water. And I said, "Did you see what her legs did in the water?" You're like, "Yeah, she did." So I'm like, "No, rewind
like she does like
it."
a breaststroke kick, but
her
it's beyond a
legs,
breaststroke
yeah,
kick.
it was like a breaststroke kick, but her feet were above her head.
I never, and I'm a swimmer.
Yeah.
She must have been double jointed
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
because she like did a kick, but they like started at the top
I mean,
of
you
her
gotta
head and
be
just
really
worked out. It was insane.
Flexible.
Yes.
Like, she just does that naturally. It
Right.
was the
And that's
strangest
a lot
thing.
of like inner thigh strength.
I don't even know what that was. Have you ever watched that underwater with the Chinese
That
diver?
was, yeah.
By the way, the Chinese diving, they're so much better than everybody else.
Yes, they are.
They look like little kids out there, but
Well,
the girl. I mean, well, the guys too. The girls and the guys. That's what they strive on. You can tell the two powerhouses in the world is America and China. That's the medal
we have the
leaders.
most, medals.
And we're tied on gold medals too.
I know.
Are virtually tied. We might end up with one or two more, maybe, but
aren't they? Are we done now though?
Yeah, there's one more volleyball game left, I guess.
Oh, is it any China?
I don't think it's China. It's American. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's American, Brazil, women's or something like that. But that's about it. But they had Al Michaels, Mike Tirico, and Bob Costas on.
Bob Costas. I couldn't think of that guy's name.
And those guys are still great announcers. They just don't do it anymore. I mean, Al Michaels does football still.
The other two, I think, just do
Bob Costas
Olympics.
Is retired.
He doesn't do Olympics anymore either?
No, Olympics.
Good for him.
This is the first Olympics he hasn't done forever.
Oh,
Mike
weird.
Tirico, they kind of passed the torch to him,
Oh, didn't know that. Go Bob Costas.
Yeah.
Remember at one Olympics he had like an eye infection?
That was great. Yeah.
I don't remember what Olympics that was.
Yeah, that was last Olympics, I think.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
He had like a pink eye.
Yeah. It might have been
Poor
2
guy.
Olympics
He's
ago.
like,
Yeah.
sorry. And he still did it with like a funky eye and glasses.
Yeah, that was great. He got pink eye or something when he got to the Olympics. But they were talking about the Olympics, how special it is going to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because they said when the Americans will do probably better.
Usually you do better in your home ground.
I hope our
home
American
fields.
male swimmers do better. Our females did great. The males didn't. They weren't up. They weren't up to par.
Well,
no.
I think I said this last week on the podcast, or maybe just in passing. I can't remember. That it seems like all of the other countries are getting a little bit better in their sports because they're all training or going to school in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, if they really want to do it, they stop taking the kids over here.
Right. So we're giving them our training. And
half the NCAAs are foreigners.
Right.
Which is fine long as that's what they want to do.
Right.
But
that just kind of sucks for our home athletes. Like, I didn't make the cut because this guy from France is here.
Well, the only good thing is it gives our athletes a little better chance because their athletes compete in like France.
Oh, that's true, Olympic wise. But then we don't do as well because you have the same training. It's not.
Yeah. Just what happens. That Marchand, who won all those gold medals, he, when he was 18 years old, he emailed Phelps' coach and says, hey, and he goes, okay, I'll get you an ASU. Come on over. And boom. Guy sets world records and everything, so, and trains with Phelps and talks to Phelps and, the best. Well,
that's what happens.
The best of the best. But Los Angeles Olympics ought to be pretty good. Pretty exciting.
I think so.
I don't see us going down. It seems too crowded.
Well,
and
one,
busy
it's crowded, and two, it's going to be even more expensive because they're going to jack up the rates of everything.
How much do you think Paris was? Paris is more expensive than the United States.
Well, LA is just going to jack up the prices of everything.
It's going to be so expensive,
month-long period.
Yeah. I mean,
if you want to do something, buy like a condo now and rent it out during the month of July, and you'll make a killing.
Yeah, that's true because they're probably going to do the surfing at Huntington.
Right.
And then I would assume they're going to do the beach volleyball.
I would assume at Manhattan Beach.
I would assume Manhattan Beach or Huntington. I mean, I would assume Manhattan Beach.
Yeah.
But I don't know the bigger stadium there. They build a bigger one.
It's going to be
There's
weird.
no way they're going to build a stadium.
Semi-fun.
What?
We might kind of be down there when we go to Newport the same time.
We'll be there 2 weeks before. The Olympics doesn't start till end of July or beginning of August.
Well, no, we're down there like we're
going to be
18th or something like that.
Yeah. It'll be just be getting hyped up. It won't be there.
But all the athletes will probably be down there.
You can stay over.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. The swimming is not going to be till second week, though, at the Staples Center. Or not Staples Center, but the SoFi. That's going to be cool in there. That's what a stadium to have that in. And then the track, I guess, is at the Coliseum. Must be. Has to be.
Coliseum.
I think so. USC.
I can't remember. I looked it all up. You can look it all up and it tells you, but I can't remember now.
The venues in LA are going to be phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
It may not have the sites. It may not have the sites as Paris.
Oh, it doesn't. But
it has the beaches and
right. We
really
got a good
stuff.
venue.
Yeah. We got a lot of cool venues and beaches and stuff like that. So I'm excited. LA Olympics 1984 was last time. I was 14.
Correct. I was 1.
Yeah. You don't remember?
Sure do not.
I don't know where the gymnastics and stuff will be. Probably in like Staples Center or something.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't announced any of that stuff, which means they're not worried about it.
Yeah, it'll be in one where they have all the concerts and stuff. Yeah. I'm sure that'll be pretty good. So LA Olympics next Olympics. Closing ceremonies are tonight.
I'm wondering, I look at the LA Olympics, and do they have the infrastructure for that many people to stay?
Apparently they do.
Do they? Mm-hmm. I think, in my
Apparently
opinion,
they do because they've had the Olympics there before and they've built more since then. They're building.
I mean, hotels. That's what I mean.
I was in downtown LA, going through there, and we were in dead stop traffic, so I was checking everything out. They are building like crazy.
Because they're getting ready.
They're building I would say if you look down the scape of it all, 10 giant high rises.
Wow.
I'm like, and they're like apartments and condos.
Yeah.
And they're not workplaces. They're
No,
living.
yeah, I get it.
So I think they're building like crazy right now.
You know, as many people move out as just as many move back in.
Yeah.
I think that they're part of the thing is that they're building this high speed railroad between LA and Vegas because I think a lot of people are going to end up staying in Vegas and just taking the train in.
You think so?
I do. Because think about it. I mean, it's either a 45-minute train ride or a 45-minute sitting in traffic.
Could they have the Olympics in Vegas?
Yeah.
It sure seems like they could easily. They have
I
a lot of
don't know if we even have stadiums and stuff.
I mean, they build them. It takes 4 years. They build them.
Yeah.
They're building a baseball stadium now, and they got a football stadium. They got a hockey stadium. They got a UNLV. They got.
Right.
I mean, think about it. They have.
Yeah.
They could probably accommodate an Olympics.
They probably
but
could.
they would never get it because it's got to be
Gambling and stuff.
I think the Olympics needs to be an iconic city. But
I mean,
Vegas
is pretty iconic.
Maybe Vegas in so many years
But
will
see,
have
I think
the Olympics.
a part of what they do now is you have a base city, and then you even Paris did it. You have a base city, but some of the events are like outside of the city, so not in.
Well, the surfing was in Tahiti.
Well, it's a French
Yeah.
Polynesian island, but
Right.
So I think I wouldn't be surprised if a few events they throw to. Well, look at even the men's baseball and softball is going to be in Ohio for the Olympics.
Where?
For the Olympics. In 28. They're
What?
doing the women's softball where they do the College World Series.
No.
Yes.
Not in L.A.?
The softball is going to be in Ohio, and I think they're going to do.
I don't believe that because
Yeah,
they showed Dodger
no.
Stadium.
They're going to. They might do the men's, but the women's.
The men's is going to be in Dodger
The women's
Stadium.
softball is in Ohio.
That's weird. That's random.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have softball or baseball this year.
That's where they do the College World Series, right?
Yeah.
They're keeping it there.
Well, they do it in Oklahoma, I believe.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
One of them, whatever. They're keeping it over there.
Got real excited to say Oklahoma.
So, it's the kind of a thing it's loosely based in a home city, and then they kind of spread them out.
There's one thing I can guarantee you.
What?
You know who will never be in the Olympics? These two.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage
America.
and Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. Last week on the podcast, we were talking about swimming or something, and we do these YouTube social media clips or whatever, and
Right.
it was a blow-up of Kylie, then her and I above it, and I can't remember what we were talking about, but
Swimming,
guys, like, I don't
apparently.
know much about swimming, but I sure like those floaties.
Right.
Talk about Kylie's boobs.
Right.
I sure like those
You
floaties.
should have done the wrong commercial for that one.
Yeah, I should have looked up the whole saying what the guy said, but I just laughed. I'm like, oh my God, what? I'm like fucking pervert.
No, you were not.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. I could never be like a pole vaulter because just think my boobs would get hung up on that thing.
Yeah, you gotta be real tall and lanky to be a pole vaulter.
Flat chested.
Yeah, there's no one with boobs in the thing.
There's
I
no
was
boobs
surprised.
in the Olympics.
Yeah, there are.
Who?
Because I noticed these things.
Okay.
A couple of the divers had kind of racks on them, and I go, well, it's hard to be a diver with a rack on you like that, but they did pretty good.
Oh.
And they looked a little thicker than the Chinese look like little girls.
You want to know what's funny? They were like the Italians.
Who is the Italians?
The ones with boobs and a little thicker.
The Italians have boobs.
And like butts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little thicker.
Yeah.
But they still did good. But I don't think it's ideal for diving.
That's probably not ideal for any sport, let's be honest.
No, some of the gymnastics girls got boobs.
No, they do not.
They're just strapped down tight.
They do not have boobs.
A few of them do.
Who? Name one.
The Brazilian girls had a
Okay. Well, she was also
handful of them.
27.
Okay. Well, maybe as you get older, you just get a little fatter and you get
Right.
boobs or something
Correct.
like that, yeah. I don't know. But
That's how
definitely,
metabolism
definitely
works.
the track girls do not.
Right.
And they're pretty tied down, so I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't really tally up
Boobs.
right in the Olympics. But the bodies in the Olympics, wow.
Well, that's all they do is train.
Jeez. And they
It makes
show
you feel like a
lump of shit.
Yeah,
I
you've
know.
been sitting watching TV for 4 hours,
Yeah.
and then all these six packs are just staring at you.
Yeah. The Olympics
You're
got
like, cool,
them thinner
cool,
and buffer
cool.
and got me fatter by sitting on my ass
Right.
watching them. That's what happens.
That I think what happens to everybody. I wonder how many people are now motivated to like go to the gym this week.
Oh my God, you wouldn't
Like,
believe.
I
And
gotta go
people
to
in
the
the
gym.
pool are starting to do more dolphin kicks underwater, and
I should see next week.
and-
Now that I went back to the gym, how many more people
I'm sure
are there?
more people are running. Like they watch these marathons. I'm going to do a marathon.
I don't want to do. A
I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. They all do that stuff. Also, if you want any hats or glasses, hit me up.
swag.
Yeah. Next week we have a guest too.
Oh yeah.
This guy Aaron Foster is going to be
know.
on. He's an actor comedian, and I see his things he posts all this stuff on Facebook, right?
Right.
I don't really know him that well, but I know we
Okay.
audition for the same stuff and once in a while or whatever, and seems like a nice guy and all. And he goes on these tangents on Facebook, and I don't know why I get sucked into reading them, but about how like depressed he is, and how you never can catch a break, and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know if I'm reading into it wrong, but he seems to be. I don't care anymore. I'm taking my career into my own hands, and I'm booking a comedy tour, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and he goes, anybody out there know of a venue I can play in or want to help me out? So I sent him a message and said, do you want to be on our podcast? And he says, sure, I'd love to.
A few listeners that might check you out.
A few listeners might check you out. And so I'm going to call him up to get some feedback to see what he's really about, and then let him tell his story on here.
Okay, cool.
But it seems interesting to me. And I'm helping a fellow actor out, comedian, actor. Thespian, why not? And so so Aaron Foster will be on in our live studio next week.
Okay, great.
Well, he doesn't back out. That would suck.
Right.
Yeah, and then we got Mary Tess on.
Right.
Mary Tess, we got to talk all kinds of stuff with her.
Oh my gosh, I know.
We got all kinds of stuff with her. So we'll have her on later in September, I believe.
You are the scheduler.
I am the scheduler. But anyway, so we're kind of excited to have a guest on.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do our perfect interviewing style. We have no questions, nothing. We just sit here and go.
Oh, right. I just like I like to hear the story, and then as I get inspired by questions.
Interact, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun with Michael Weems when we had him on.
Right.
Speaking of that, we'll give a shout out to Michael Weems right now. Michael Weems Collection. Go there. Palm Canyon Drive. We'll be there soon. We're just talking. We're going to go to some kind of drag show, right, babe?
I know.
We're taking the Wayne's
out there.
Yeah, some kind of drag show in Palm
discovered
Springs. We got to book tickets early.
Yeah, a nightly drag show, drag queen show, that I think we need to head out.
You know what you should get at the drag show? A vodka soda. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party. Maybe we should pack a bottle of Juicy Tits.
We should. I should bring a bottle to Michael when we see him. He'll like it.
He would enjoy it, I think.
Or he might just throw it in the trash because he's gay. He's like, I don't want that.
No, I know.
No, he does. He does all sexes and styles and not races. What do you call that? All
genders.
Genders. All genders.
And a race, I'm sure too. He digs it all.
Yeah. Black, white, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just referring to his ornaments.
I get it. To his ornaments.
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrola Concrete Construction. Thanks, Marcus, Mel, Dad, Mom, everybody. Thank you very much. And if you like this podcast, you can rate us a 5, please. Subscribe, share us with a friend. You just go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, copy the link, and send it to your friends to listen to. And you can listen to a bunch of me and Kylie talking about the Olympics
Random
and her
shit.
running after the dog and
being an asshole.
Being an idiot on the mic and not and no
Giving
one listening.
An Olympic recap. Sorry for the disruption.
You know what? There's that button on there that says 30 seconds forward. Just do that a few times
yeah.
and we'll be just fine. Kylie and I are going to a movie tonight. Date night
tonight. Said that.
We didn't do nothing on Friday night because I had to get ready for my race.
Or last night.
Yeah, I've done the Donner Lake swim before when I've went out drinking. Not heavy drinking.
I mean, you're also like 20 years younger.
Drinks. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm never doing that again. Don't want to do that again. And what else, babe? You got anything for me?
Do I got anything for you?
Yeah. I have more stuff for
I'm like, threw me on the spot,
and
so
we
I'm like,
we got a guest.
You know I don't do well on the
I want
spot.
you to prepare for our guest next week, and I want you to be ready.
I mean, I probably should, does he have, some clips online or something?
He has lots of clips.
Okay, maybe I should listen to a few of those.
Lots of clips online. Maybe we'll go to one of his shows or whatever. Maybe we'll talk to him. We don't really know him, but it's going to be interesting. I feel like I kind of know him for some reason because he's been
stalking him.
No, I've been around and I read some of his posts and all that kind of stuff. So that should be good.
It should be fun.
Yep. All right, dear. It's time to wrap it up.
All right. Well, good thing you don't have anything for you then.
Right. I thought you maybe have a little something for me. Subscribe or follow us on wherever you get your podcasts, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget, wait.
Oh, who we cheers today?
Wait.
Yeah, I'm jumping the gun here.
You are jumping the gun.
And it's last call.
Yeah.
We're fucking up lately, or whatever.
You are. Well, and you should be excited for this one because you wanted to specifically cheers to these two.
Who are we cheers to today?
We're going to do a cheers to you and Tanner. for completing the Donner
Lake
Swim.
Yep.
And for getting second place in a red towel.
Oh, yep. At 54 years old.
Yep.
That's good.
Good job. At the top of your age.
Yep. And Tanner swam it for his birthday last year, and
it was just in a
wetsuit. This year he did no wetsuit and killed his time.
Which he did like the same time, or like a couple minutes better.
I was cracking up. He came out with the water. He was the only one that came out of the water with a giant smile, though. Everybody looked like agony, like people had been punched in the face.
I did it.
And he's this big old smile out there. So I was really proud of him. Good job, T. If you listen
Good job, honey.
If you listen to this. Thanks, babe.
I know. Take a little credit for yourself, man.
Yeah. I told Tanner when we get to the beginning, I told him, I said, make sure you don't go out too fast, because it's a long ways. Just go out nice and easy. Then when you start feeling good, pick up the pace or do whatever.
Everyone told him that.
And then so he asked Sarah Beth, who's our friend. She said the same thing. Coach Steve said the same thing. So I'm right behind him when we start. He just dives in like a gangbuster and starts. I'm like, okay.
I told you to go out slower.
He'll figure this out.
One day.
But I think he mellowed out after a little while. But I'll say it again. Subscribe or follow us where you get this podcast or go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of you listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
Nice floaties.
Thank you.